Woo. Just got out. Went and did some, I did some weights. I ran, did some weights, and I finished off with cycling. Went to the thing. During the whole time, I'm listening to a podcast. I'll put up what it is. I've been listening to podcasts about paleo because I really don't. I'm taking a very amateur approach at all of this, and this is going to be part of it. This is going to be all part of what's happening. And it was a really super good podcast. The thing that pisses me off, well, let me reverse. It was a good podcast because it brought up a couple questions. It was a paleo podcast and living paleo. They brought up a good couple things in there that I actually ended up texting my wife Megan about, see if maybe we can try them at home. They talked about putting a pinch of sea salt in water to help with your joints and dehydration. I have a banging headache right now because I have not eaten, and I'm going to eat when I get back, because you're supposed to eat post-workout with the intermittent fasting, and I'll talk about what that is and what I'm finding out about that later on, not during this video. But they talk about putting a pinch of sea salt in your water. Okay, does that apply to alkaline water? Can I do that? Can I put? We ended up buying a little thing of black Hawaiian volcanic salt, some whatever, black salt the other day, and I'm gonna try that out, but I'm gonna start with the sea salt. Dark chocolate millet is another one that I want to find out about. If I can eat that'd be cool, because you can eat millet. I don't even know what millet is. I just asked Megan and she just gets it. I didn't even know what quinoa was until she turned me onto it. What pisses, and it's all good information. What pisses me off about all of this, and this is kind of what added to me starting this whole thing. All this advice comes with a price tag at the end. That's bullshit. Why? They're just shooting out something. They didn't. Maybe some of them went. For the majority of people, people give advice, and all respect due if they've gone to school for it and they've got their, they've got their PhD or their master's in nutrition and whatever. I don't, and so that I'm very amateur at this. So I hate that there's always a price tag. There's always $19.99 at the end. Go here and we'll give you a code. Do this, do that. As long as we're going to enlighten you, but we're going to give you a paycheck, a bill at the end. I hate that. I'm not going to do that to anybody. I'm not going to. This podcast or this video blog or whatever is about me. This is about making a change in my life. Anyone wants to join me? Yeah, I go to Workout World in New Bedford. I'll show you what I eat. I'll show you what I'm going through. I'll tell you about how much weight I'm going to lose. I'm not going to charge you. That's why I have 5 million jobs. But whatever, because I'm a workaholic, because I have nothing else in my life, that gives me a charge that is good for me, now that I'm not supposed to have Taco Bell or Monster, because those are the two bastards that did it for me. And I know my farts stink because of it, and it's rotting my inside. Too much information. Anyway, this is about me. If you want to, you want to join me, that's another thing. Come right ahead. I'll be happy. I'll be happy to talk about it with anybody. I'll be happy to talk about going through these changes. I'll be happy to talk about my faith and my spirituality. Faith and spirituality, two different things. I'll be happy to talk about why I'm straight edge. Even though I've kind of gone against it with caffeine. But anyone that knows me knows I don't drink. I haven't drank in 9 years. I did slip once and tried a little bit of, had a little wine here and there, just for heart reasons, to try and see how I liked it and whatever. And it wasn't for me. I had a sip of beer once, in the 9 years, and I just wasn't into it anymore. That was when I was questioning whether or not I could actively drink in my life. I don't do drugs. I just don't. The two reasons I don't do drugs and I don't drink, and I don't frown on anybody that does. Even people that think, I don't do it because I enjoy being sober. I enjoy the sense of control in my life, and everyone that knows me and has been around me and has witnessed my idiocracy and idiocy, or whatever the hell you want to call it, just basically me being dumb, knows that I can get far more retarded and crazy sober than I can when I'm drunk or inebriated. And God knows I'm way more affectionate. I was way more affectionate when I was drunk. I was a huggy drunk. I used to touch people and hug them and all that crap. But that wasn't in a sober state. And I'm still affectionate. While I'm sober. I'm rambling. I haven't eaten yet. The only thing I've taken in since 10 o'clock this morning is a pre-workout and some Powerade. So I haven't had my first major meal, which I'm going to have a protein shake first. And then I'll have a meal. Any bit of advice and everything that I've found on the internet, there's always a price tag at the end. And that's insulting, seeing that some of the, they probably get, they get this knowledge, they get knowledge, especially on the spiritual level, at no other expense than their own time. Or, and all respect due to anybody that really knows what they're talking about, because thank you, for passing that information on to me. Why put a price on knowledge? You can put a price on training, but why put it on knowledge? Knowledge is free, and it's priceless. So, long and short, stop putting an FM price tag on something that is free. Don't insult me. Don't think that I'm so lower that I have to go pay somebody for this knowledge, that I have to pay you because I'm that low and I lack the brain capacity. That my bank account exceeds my brain capacity. I'm not going to do that to you guys. I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to tell you if something sucks, I'll tell you it sucks. And right now, if you want to come along with me, let's do it, man. If you want to sit back and listen to my ramblings, my wife has to do it every night because I go home and I tell her crazy crap. And it is exhausting to her. And I love her for it. Very, 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 very much. And anyone that listens to my ramblings, thank you, thank you, thank you. It only solidifies the fact that I'm insane. But it's fun. I just can't wait till I'm old and insane. Then I'll have excuse to say stupid shit. Because I'm old. Anyway. Thank you. Peace.